Hello everyone, welcome to this webinar. I hope that you see the screen properly. We'll wait a few more seconds until we start.
Yes, we can see the screen. Hello, everybody.
Perfect.
This is Thomas.
Great. Yes, it's 1 o'clock, so let's get started. As I said, yeah, maybe you want to see me as well.
I think that would
I
be a
forgot
very good
to
idea.
start the webcam. Now you see me. Yes, welcome to this webinar, Impact 17. Some features that we want to share with you. My name is Linus, and I'm going to be the main presenter today. And with me, I have my friend and colleague Thomas. Hello, Thomas.
Hi, everybody. Nice to be here, Linus.
Nice to have you. Yes, so what can we expect for the day? We start with a short introduction, both of us two, and as well as the project. And then we are going to take a look at two new features. So the first one is called time visualization. So we're going to take a look what that has to offer. And then the second half is going to be the new notification system. So I hope that you are excited to hear what we have planned. And then in the end, we're gonna do some Q&A. So you will be muted the whole session, but you will have the option to send us some questions in this application for the webinar.
I will keep an eye for the questions. So of course I will try and answer them back, and we will take them out publicly if something is, of course, relevant for everybody, and answer them at the end of the webinar. But of course, I will try to answer as many questions as I can on the background. So please, I know you might have a lot of questions. Please make sure to write everything, and we'll come back to you.
Perfect. Thank you, Thomas. Yes, so let's get started. Time visualization. So a little bit of a background. So if you have used Impact before, you recognize this view here. It's like the project manager, and we have a model with a lot of different colors. And these colors are representing the statuses in the production chain. So from the drawing until you have the element erected on site. So we will come back to this list, but I want to just show you, especially you that don't or haven't seen it before. So this is the status chain that we are going to use today with different colors and numbers. So if we take a quick look at the model, so so this is actually what you have available today in 16 as well. You have the different colors to follow the project in an easy way. So what can we see from this model? Yeah, we can see that the first two floors, they are already erected, because that's the purple color status here. And then the second or the third and fourth floor have some different colors, because they are in different stages in the process. So let's take a quick look at level number 4. You can see here that we have all the walls are this light blue or green color, which is planned for delivery. So they are basically waiting for on the storage yard. Then we have some brown elements that are on the truck, orange ones that are already delivered, and these yellow ones are on call off, so they're about to be delivered soon. So this is what we have today, and this is what an easy way to follow up the project. But we wanted to make it even easier and give you more possibilities. So that's what we're gonna take a look at now. So I want to present the time visualization. And what's the time visualization? Yeah, it's basically a Gantt chart of the whole project that you are in right now. So you can see here just the first overview. we have like this Gantt chart with dates and the months here. And for every row here, we have different, data. So if we start at the top, we have the project, of course, that's the main thing. We have a start and end date, and that's representing this white area or activity here. If I expand here, I have my building. So in this case, I just have one, so it should be identical to the project. And underneath here, I have my floor plans, as well as some other things that I will show you later. So we can see here that this blue line, it represents the today or the date today. So it's the 26th of April. We can see the colors in floor 1 and 3. This is the second floor, but it's the first and second floors in the model at least. They are this purple or dark blue, which means that they are erected. And that's the same thing that we have here. But we see here on floor number 4, remember in the model, we had different colors. So the reason why we have this bluish color is that we are taking, for each of these activities, we are taking the lowest status, and showing that, highlighting that with color. So in the floor 4, the lowest was ready for delivery, this one, or planned for delivery. But it doesn't mean that all elements in the floor 4 is planned for delivery, because you can see here, if I just expand floor 4, I get my element types that I have, and we can see here that all the hollow cores, for instance, are call off. So the deeper you go into the hierarchy, the more accurate details you get for each element. And then in the end, if we first go through the hollow core, what's underneath the hollow core, it's our planned dates. So everything from drawing to erection date. And if I then go one more step, we see the actual statuses of each element. So here we have the element IDs and the element marks. So it's going more detail when you go down in the hierarchy.
And I can see also the status color changes the more you go into. Maybe you have some of them that they are not even, yellow. Some of them are also, this purple, maybe, so I don't really produce them. And it looks like, again, it takes, for every step ahead, it takes the color that represents the less status, if we want to say it like that.
Exactly. That's correct.
Mm-hmm. Can I ask a quick question here, Linus?
Absolutely.
Is this hierarchy customizable? Meaning that here I can see that we go from building, floor, elements, and so on and so forth. Can we customize that?
Yeah, absolutely. I want to show that a little bit later,
all right.
That's,
no worries.
That's absolutely possible. Just remind me if I forget about it.
No worries, I will.
Yes, super. Yeah, so we saw the floor 4 here. It's the ongoing one. So right now we are, if I expand my sandwich walls and normal walls, we are in the process of, we have produced the elements in all the types here. So we are on the hollow core, we are on the delivery and erection, and on walls, delivery and erections is in a couple of weeks. So it's easy to follow here. And if you check on the floor 6 here, we see that we are just in the stage of drawings. So we expect the last element drawings to get delivered today, as we see here. So this gives us a very, very nice overview on this. But before we go into the customization, you might see that, okay, if I just expand a little bit here, it's a lot of data. And it might be that you have a role in the project that doesn't require all this data all the time. So that to like figure or to help you manage that, we have this called filters. So right now I'm in a filter for the project manager. And if I would say that, okay, my role here is a site manager. So I changed the filter. I see here that it looks the same. I have the project, the building, and the same with the floors. But if I expand the floor, instead of element types, I have phase here. And underneath phase, I just have the erection date. So for me as a site manager, I don't really care about when the drawing is ready and when the production is ready. It's more when the delivery and erection is done. And in my case, in the project, the site is very close to the factory. So erection date and delivery date is the same. So that's why I'm not showing delivery date, but it might also be a good idea to show delivery date. It's up to you as a user, of course. And one thing that I wanted to, or I forgot to tell you about earlier, is that you see here that in the Gantt chart we have this overdues and delays, and that's also one thing that is highlighted for easy access to information. So the difference between delays and overdues. So overdues is, let's say that you had a transport planned Friday last week, but in reality it was postponed for some reason. So it went to the site yesterday. Then it's an overdue because it's a delay, but it's nothing that we are waiting for. The element either was produced or was delivered anyways. A delay in the other way is that the transport on Friday didn't go on Friday, but it hasn't gone until now either. Then it means that it's more critical for the project, and then we'll highlight it with the red here. So this is also a very nice and easy feature to get that information quickly. And then if you, let's say one of these overdues here, if I want to know more details, I can just go down in the hierarchy, and here I can see that all of these are overdues. And they are actually not, but it's because I was planning this project yesterday. So
basically the delay is also corresponding to the today's date that we have not really sent something, while the overdue is only looking at the planned delivery day and if we exceeded that, and of course deliver it at a later day, right?
Yeah, okay. Exactly.
That's great. That's great.
So it's to give you this quick information on
impressive
real time. Yes.
Impressive.
Yes. Great. Maybe you also noticed that we have some white activities here. That it's not really connected to the building with or project. And what could that be? That's something that we call custom activities. And in a project there are a lot of activities that happens, and not all is related to the precast part of the project, but some are. So to highlight on those and to include those in this Gantt chart, we have created something called custom activities. So I have done three examples. So one, and I placed the three examples in two different categories that we have. So one is called preface, and underneath that I have foundation. So this is basically showing the time and the plan for, okay, when will the foundation be for the building be created? And here I can see that since I'm in the site manager filter, I can see that, okay, the foundation is going to be finished around here, the 24th of March. And we're gonna start with the assembling or the erection the 1st of April. So it's a good couple of days in between here. So we will probably be finished with the foundation before the first element will be erected. I've also done this crane so that we know when we have the cranes available. So if I expand here, we can see that in this project we have planned two different cranes. So first one, we have a tower crane, because you see the first 4 floors are pretty much, you know, in a row. So the crane won't be still that many days. But between the 5th and the 6th floor, we have a couple of days or even half a week or something without any cranes. So, and then we can also see that, yeah, we don't have that much elements on the 6th floor to erect. So here the project management decided to remove the tower crane, and then the first erection day of the floor of the 6th floor, we will get this mobile crane. So this is just an example, but here is very, very clear to, you know, when you have like important stuff that is correlated with the precast elements and the process of those. So here you can decide either to use it, you know, more detailed and add a lot, or not use it at all. It's totally up to you. But it's a feature that we are pretty happy with.
You know what you did now, what you just showed now, right? Saved a bulk load of money for the company with the crane, right? Moving the crane only for 4 days, in a sense, exactly on the time that we are predicting to finish the project, and
exactly.
it's an enormous amount of money. So
yeah, definitely.
yeah,
And
yeah,
here
that's a
it's
great
also
example.
it's very, very clear that let's say that yeah, for some reason someone is postponing the erection of some elements here, then it's very easy to highlight that, okay, maybe I cannot do that because the crane is not available. So it's easy to follow that up.
Yeah, exactly. So like hit the deadline exactly, so you don't exceed this date 100%. Yeah, that's great.
Yes, super. So yeah, that was a little bit about the things here. I will go back to it soon, but let's take a look at the options that we have here. So first of all, it's like now when I look at the project in such an overview here, I want to see the whole project. But you see that if I go up here and hover above, I get this tooltip with some things or some information. And you see that the duration on the 4th row here is 100 days. So a little bit over 3 months. So it's like if I want to look at details, I will go back to the product manager again. If I want to see, okay, floor 4, sandwich walls, production dates, maybe not only for sandwich walls, but also for walls, production date. It's like a little bit, you know, tiny pieces here. But instead I can zoom in here, either with control and mouse wheel or this navigation. So each step here will you know, change the scale of how many days we see. And then if I zoom in, let's say this is called zoom in, then it could be tricky to like find, you know, where is today. Then we have current week, so we just move it automatically.
Great
So this
stuff.
is just for, you know, making it easy to navigate. And like this is a small project, but let's say that you have a very huge one with a lot of buildings, and let's say that one building is phase 1 and then one building is phase 2 or something, or building parts. Then you might want to just see, okay, now we are finished with part 1. Instead of having this very wide you know, calendar, we just narrow it down with some dates here. So we could put the dates of when phase 2 starts, for instance, and we can decide here. So now we are seeing this in weeks, but we can decide to have this grid in months or days at least, as well. It's more up to you what detail level you want to have. And the custom activities here we talked about, but I can just show you how to add it. It's very simple. Only thing you need is to add a title and place it under a category that you decide. So in this case, I created the categories cranes and preface, and then some description for it, and if it's connected to something. So as default, it's like a mandatory that it's connected to the project, of course, but you can also connect different activities to different parts in the project like this, and then you can put the duration later on.
And this one also, because it's not connected to a status or an element, it's like kind of, we saw the crane, right? Then they show like a white spot in the Gantt chart, or how do we show them? And a gray spot?
Yeah, it's in this case it's white.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Oh no, I was pointing on
You
the
were,
wrong one. Here,
yeah, I think
it's white.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Those white spots there. Yeah, all right. So these are the custom activities, we call them.
Exactly.
Perfect.
Yes. And before I answer your question, I have two more things to show or explain about. So one is the history here. And the history is like, let's say this project is, as I said, it's planned yesterday, so I don't have a history of it. But let's say that you are in the middle of this one and it's a real-time project, so you started in the beginning of the year. Then it might be that you want, maybe 26th of April, that you have some issue that something happened, that something let's say that some elements came and they as they should, but you didn't prepare everything around it because something in the project was changed. So then you can use this compare functionality. So select the date, so today, and click on compare. Then you will see an identical Gantt chart down here, but for the original plan. So then you can see, okay, so these elements that I'm going to erect today were actually going to be erected on Thursday, let's say. So then you can like follow up if something happens, and follow up and make sure that this doesn't happen later on in the project. Maybe.
Can we say that here we will get basically a graph of two different things and basically compare the original plan with how it is going? Like, I mean,
exactly.
Basically we say here that, okay, I had planned my walls to be produced and erected on the 10th of March, originally in the beginning, and after I produced them, did all the controls and send them, make the deliveries and book the trucks and take them to transport. Then I saw that I actually erect on the 15th of March. Something There's were like 5 days off. Yeah. Okay, that's great. That's amazing.
Yes. So you can see like different stages.
Yeah.
And then of course
I suppose you don't show that now because there is no any changes in the project.
Yeah,
right?
exactly. Yeah. It's like I haven't done any changes since yesterday.
That's no. Yes. That's great. All right,
yes.
all right.
And the last things here, we have the opportunity to print out this, so you can like put it on a some board in the factory or wherever. And we also have the opportunity to export it to MS Project if you're using that.
Okay.
So that's great. But you asked me about the order here, and of course we can decide, because it's not only that we can decide what to show and how much data, but also in the order. So I've actually prepared a filter for the design team. So I will just show you the setup before I apply it here. So I go to the manage filters.
Sorry for interrupting while you are doing that. Yeah, I just want you to, while you are doing that, to also combine, for example, I know we don't have this as a test database, and again, this is Impact 17, it's not really fully tested or developed. We are very close, as you can see, but we just want to finish it off. But I would like you, because I have a question here, maybe I think it's very relevant to what we saw, and it shows also the mentality of the users that they want to combine projects here and see, the planning for 2 or 3 projects at the same time, right? And people are asking about the resource manager. And my answer is, when you showed me the first time, I was asking you exactly the same thing, right? And now I want to show them that we can actually combine projects directly here in the project manager. So no resource manager is needed for this combination. Anyways, sorry, show the filtering and the information, and then if you can combine an extra project or a couple more projects, that would be great.
Absolutely, I can do it because it's a very good timing, as you said, to do that. So I can actually do it for the design team, but I will just show you a little bit, because we used these 2 filters before. So what is behind it? So first of all, you can decide, okay, is this going to be for everyone in the company, or is this going to be for a personal one? Then of course it's you need to be connected to this project that you're in. But as Thomas said, you can add up to 10 more projects for each filter, so you can see more than one. And then you can filter out. I said like the phase here, you can put the dates as a phase, but you can also do that as a filter. So now I just have one phase, but here I could say that, okay, show only phase 1 out of 2 or something. But since I don't have that, I have all for everything. Then the activity, so basically the difference between site manager and project manager is this one here. So project manager, I have all filled in, while for site manager, only plan, direction, data, and custom activities. And then the structure, and that's what you asked about, Thomas, is decided here. So for both these two roles, I have building, floor, and element type. But let's see the design team here instead. Since I know that my design team is working like a few people. Yeah, exactly. A few people do holocaust and a few people do walls. Then it might be more relevant to have that filter option in the top. So that's why I do element type and then building and floor, and also switched the planning here so that we see drawing dates and production dates.
That's great.
Let's see if we can add.
Just doesn't matter. Just add a couple of. It doesn't have to be real projects, if you know what I mean. Just
yeah, but it would be nice to have some data on it. But let's see. We add this one.
Okay.
Maybe it will be something. So I applied. Okay, so we'll see what happened. Okay,
I think change the project. Okay. I think you changed the.
Let's do the sign. This is like still not released, so it's we might find some small issues bugs here.
Exactly.
So let's see here, like this, or actually this. Sort by element type.
Building. Yeah, that's perfect. Okay.
Let's see. Hopefully this works. Yeah. Personal. Yes. So now you see there are two different here, but we don't have any planning for this one here, so it won't show. Yeah, it actually will show something.
It's per element type. Yeah, exactly. It will show. Just you have to open it up. Yeah, that's great. Nice.
So,
do we have any planning for that one?
No, not at all.
Maybe it's later. Maybe it's later in the, maybe it's before or.
Yeah, no, it was before actually.
Yeah, yes. Exactly. So,
yeah. That's great. We can see that.
Yeah.
So we can combine, and what I wanted to show you was now that when I expand the project, it's now instead of building, it's element types, and then building,
and then floor, and then of course the elements.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Great stuff. Great stuff.
Yes. So I think that I guess that you have a lot of questions. Please ask them in the question section, and then we will answer them in the end of the webinar. So let's switch over to the notification system.
Exciting.
Yeah, it's very, for me it's exciting, at least. I think you have the same feeling, Thomas.
I love it. You showed me a little bit. As you can see, everybody, I didn't prepare anything. He showed me a little bit yesterday, and I just came in to ask him all the difficult questions.
Yeah, but that's nice. So yeah, for this I want you to participate a little bit, Thomas. So I will start showing the system, and then we can create some notifications and see what happens in real life or real time. Yeah. So yeah, to access the notifications, you go up to this bell symbol here in the top left corner, and you get this dialog. So this is the main or main view of the notifications. So on the left side, we have a list of all the active cases, or not cases, but the tasks, maybe. Yeah, notifications.
Yeah,
for
notifications.
different
I mean,
things.
yeah.
And then in the middle here, when I switch, I see the details of each task. And then on the right side, I have a chat, so that I can chat with all the people that are in the task, and then also a list of all the recipients, so the ones that are receiving this notification. So yeah, let's get started. I will start with a notification here, and maybe you can create one at your end, Thomas, and we can see when that pops up.
Let's see
So
if I can.
yeah, I have faith in you. So the
Thank you,
notifications,
man. Yeah, appreciate it.
the notifications, they need to be connected to the project, of course. So you can do it for other projects. You don't need, let's say that someone comes into your office and tell you something, and okay, I need to create a notification for that, but you don't want to change the project in the project manager. Then you can just switch the project for which you're creating the notification for. Then you create a title. So let's say I'm gonna create Thomas. In this case, he's the design manager. So, and as we remember, we'll go back here, and we will go. Yeah, it's perfect actually. So for floor 5, I think it was. No, I think we will go back to the product manager filter, and floor 6, we remember that I had some elements actually here that the drawing should be done today, and maybe this is very important for me, so I will just take a picture here. So I will highlight it to Thomas. I'll just highlight the IDs, maybe like this, and copy it. So I want to create a notification for that. So I'll go back here, say it's going to be like drawings for HoloCourse. Important that these are completed today. So it's like just a reminder for him. And then I can place an attachment. So either I can do like a file or a picture that I have in my computer, or paste from clipboard, which I'm going to do now. And I'll just give the file a name, of course, and I will add the recipient. So this time it's Thomas, but not only Thomas, but his whole department. So if I want to do a personalized one, I would just search for Thomas here, and he will appear. But instead, I will go to this send list. So a send list is basically, a collection of people that are connected to this project. So in this project, I've done 2 send lists, one for all the members of the project and one for only the design team. So in this case, this notification should be for the design team. So I just click design and add, and these 3 people will be notified. And then I will click OK, and it will appear up here. So
I have created one for you also.
Yeah, I see that. So we see that
I got yours also. I got yours also right now.
Perfect.
Great.
Perfect.
It works. It works really good, man. That's fast.
That's great.
Nice.
Yeah. So we get when we are in the notification system, we get the highlight here, and also the red banner for this one. But when we are outside, we are getting the red dot on the bell, and you can also turn on a setting where you get like a sound effect every time you get the notification. So it's up to you what you want to use. So let's see what Thomas made here. It's some general information about custom materials. So yeah, it's to the whole team. I see 7 people. So it's more that Thomas wanted to inform something here, but that's perfect. So why not use the chat? Thanks for the info. Oh, now we actually went to the wrong one. I will do it here. Thanks for the info. But we saw also that we got a new notification, which is the that Thomas answered me. So they will fix the drawings. Perfect. So you know, you can correspond and then fix it. And let's say that the drawings, now it's the end of the day and I see the drawings, then this notification is not relevant anymore. So what I will do is I will use this archive notification. So it will, you know, remove it.
Yeah.
It won't delete it because you can always go back and show it again. Let's see. Okay, I will just go back. Yeah, I can also show it again. Now I
think to you also.
But oh yeah, perfect. But what was I? Where was I? Yeah, so you can always go back after you archive it, but it's more like you don't want this big list. So here I have all the notifications that I've archived as well as the ongoing ones. And yeah, maybe another feature. So maybe you are working with someone that doesn't have access to Impact. Then you can use this compose email. I will just do the this one maybe where we have a picture. So I will compose an email here, and it will, you know, generate this this email automatically with all the information and attach the attachment, picture here. So then you can just send it to people. And maybe you want to, or I can show it in a one here. Maybe I will just find the one. Yes.
Basically. Yeah. Okay, that's great.
Sorry. Yeah.
So no, I was about to say that this is connected to the project what we showed you by now, but of course we can create notifications also attached to the IDs for specific elements. Yeah, sorry.
Exactly. So in this case here, this model here, we can see that for these balconies, we have a question if we have the wrong lifter. So it's for these IDs. So if it's another project, but if this was the project I've opened, I can just click find elements and they will be selected in my model. But yeah, that's a feature that is pretty good. But if I want to create a notification that has these elements connected, I will need to do it from the project manager and select one or two or more elements, right click, and then add notification. And then we come to the same dialogue, but it's the difference is that we also connect the specific IDs.
Okay, I have a question for you, which is when I, for example, sorry, you answered my question. Sorry, it's a stupid question. You already talked about it. It's because you know when opening a project, you have a lot of notifications from other projects. So is it gonna show? And yeah, they do so. So I'm sorry, that's pretty much a stupid question.
No, that's perfect. Yes. So the last thing we're gonna do before we start the Q&A session is I wanted to just inform you about one thing that we call automatic notifications. And I cannot show you that much because it's automatic. But what is the automatic notification? So let's say that you are connected to you're working with let's say 5 projects at the same time. Then it could be that there are stuff happening every day. Maybe someone is changing their planning and so on. So for you to be up to date all the time, you as a company can configure this automatic notifications where you can decide maybe you want it every morning at 8 o'clock that your users should get an email with all the changes that has been done in the project that the specific user is connected to. All the changes just in one page, so that it's easy to follow up and be up to date with everything. Let's say that you are out of office one day, and then you come next day. You can just take a quick look at this email, and then you can see, okay, this is not relevant for me, but these elements I was highly involved with, so maybe I should just take a look and see what happened.
Can I ask
So
something?
this is,
Who is sending that email automatically? I'm sorry, I just didn't know about it. That's amazing.
That's you that's gonna do it, Thomas.
Okay, so myself is going to send an email for all the notifications to myself. Absolutely.
Yeah,
Great.
exactly. No,
Amazing.
but it's the Impact software with this Impact
know.
sync function, so it will be
Okay.
in the background.
Okay.
So
Okay.
you
That
just
makes more sense.
configure it, and it will come automatically.
Amazing. That's really nice to hear.
Super. So yeah, that was pretty much it, and I guess that we have time for some questions. Did you get any that is interesting, Thomas?
I got the one that I asked you about, the multiple projects, which is actually a very good one. I got another one.
Check here.
Yeah, now you can check. So I will ask you, does the notification work together with Impact Publish, that you will get information about published drawings? Maybe we can get a little bit more.
Yeah, I think I'm not informed about that functionality, because the Impact Publish is also something that's pretty new, but
Okay.
we can actually like look into it and give you the answer. I don't know who
I
answered.
personally don't know what Impact Publish is, so maybe I'm a little bit in the dark here.
Yeah.
But yeah, maybe Linus is more involved in that project.
Yeah, but I will check the answer, and I will send an email to whoever asked the question.
Yeah, sounds good. We can wait a couple of minutes. So if you have something more, like, we can wait a couple more minutes. I mean, it's kind of new, so of course most of you needs to test it and get your hands on it, and come with some good suggestions, or find some things that can be better in every sense. You always do, but of course we would like first to test version 1.0, and then come with more suggestions and stuff like that. That's a very good question. The question is, when will it be available? It will be available when Impact 17 is ready. And Impact 17, how it is today, is not 100% ready. We want to be 100% ready when we release Impact 17. So I cannot really answer you that, but it's a very good question.
Yeah.
Maybe Linus has a little bit more information on it, as he's sitting in Sweden and I'm sitting in Denmark. But I think the plan is to release before the summer. At least that's what I'm aware of right now.
Yeah, me too. So somewhere before the summer, but I guess that as most of you will upgrade after the summer, because
yeah, we need to test first and maybe
stuff. So
yeah.
So yeah, around the summer, let's say.
Then another person asks about if it only can show 10 projects in the time visualization, I suppose, because the idea is that more than 10 projects doesn't really make any sense to show on the time visualization. And I think, for a company that has like 35 ongoing projects, maybe that would make sense, but also there is not enough space on the screen to see 35 projects in
maybe you will
right?
use some different filters instead.
Yeah, maybe you can use some different filters. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, how it is today, it's 10 projects only. If that's a problem, I think it's very easily fixable to make it more. But I think 10 is more than enough, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Let's see if we get some more questions. Otherwise, you are, of course, if you don't come up with the questions now, but you do it when we are done
Yeah.
here, you can, of course, contact both me or Thomas or your usual contact person here at Studisoft Impact as normal. And of course, when we come close to the release of Impact 17, or we are pretty close, but even closer, we will also give you information of if you want the detailed training or implementations of these systems. Then we will offer that as well. So this was just a first look at the new functionalities, and I hope that you enjoy them as much as me and Thomas do.
I really did. This is like amazing. That's great.
Yeah.
Thanks
Super.
a lot. Thanks a lot, Linus, for the great presentation, man. That's amazing. Yeah.
Thank you. And yeah, I hope we see each other in the future, all the attendees. And thank you for coming. And as normal, we will upload this webinar so that you can watch it another time.
And yeah, I think we will get a link also after the
Yeah.
webinar. So yeah, thank you so much, everybody. We'll see you, I think, next month with another webinar about new functionality in Impact 17.
Yeah, I think it's
another
in
software.
Impact Revit, actually.
Yeah,
And I think
exactly.
I will be there as well. So
All
if
right.
you liked it, come there as well. Super. Thank you.
Yeah.
Have a nice
Great.
day.
Yeah. Bye-bye, guys.
Bye.